with pain and play hurt as a young buck.
Yeah, he's a leader. Fires to Besh. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, TCU.
And just like that, the Horned Frogs are right back in this thing.
Welcome back to State of the Frogs with your head coach, Sonny Dykes. Coach, we're fresh off a bye week. We've had some time to digest and work and do all the things that you do. What's the temperament of the team?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, our guys, we felt like obviously last time out we didn't play well. You know, it wasn't kind of representative of who we think we are as a program, but it's like anything else. You are kind of, you know, what your results say you are. And so guys showed up with a great work ethic, determination. We've had a really great week the week before this week from practice standpoint. You know, our guys really came out, practiced hard. We had a lot of fundamental things we had an opportunity to focus on. It's pretty clear what we need to improve on. Obviously, we've got to quit turning the football over and create some turnovers defensively. That's been kind of the name of the game. For us, when we've won games and played well, we've taken care of the ball and created some turnovers and negative plays. And when we haven't played well, it's been turnovers. And so we've got to do a good job. Obviously, we've tried to address it in a lot of different ways, and I think our guys certainly understand where we need to improve, and I feel like we've gotten a lot better.
All right. For those who don't know, when turnovers are an issue like a turnovers is something you need to work on, what does that mean to you guys? What kind of things do you do to address stuff like that?
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of things. I mean, it's like anything else. You get what you emphasize in coaching, and so we started with emphasis. We've done a lot of turnover circuits. We've done turnover drills. A lot of it comes down to the quarterback taking care of the football, and spent a lot of time with him talking about the importance to get the ball thrown on time, just making decisions when it comes to, when to try to force things, when to do a good job of taking what the defense gives you. I think the big thing for us is just, getting settled in the ball games. It just seems like we got off to such a bad start a couple of games that we've tried to force things to try to get back in the game, and that's led to turnovers. And so it's going to be important for us to get off to a good start Saturday. It's going to be that's going to be really important, and take a little pressure off of guys where they can just go out and do their jobs and perform and not play with so much self-created pressure.
Right. There's been a comparison that's come up recently. Your offense obviously is doing quite well with the turnover situation in place, but back in 2011, 2012, when you were at La Tech, you had a similar instance where the offense looked good, the turnovers were hurting the team, and something came about and it ended up turning into a conference championship team.
Yeah, we had a kind of the same situation. We were at 1-4 and had lost a couple of games that we should have won because we turned the football over and had an open date and kind of just sat down and tried to do the same thing we did this week and take a look at where we need to improve and what we got to do to quit turning it over. And to the players' credit back then, we went on and won the rest of the 7 games, 5 of which were on the road and against pretty good opponents. And went to Ole Miss and won, went to Fresno State and won with David Carr and Devontae Adams, went to Nevada who won and won there. They had a great long home winning streak. And it all began by us just turning the football, Quinn stopped turning the football over and forced people to beat us. And I think right now in some games we're kind of beating ourselves. And so that team ended up winning the last 7 games of that season. That emphasis continued into the offseason through the first 10 games of the next year, and I think we started the season 8-1 or 9-1 and won 16 out of 17. Absolutely. And so, and won the turnover battle in every one of those games. And so, that's going to be the big thing for us is just, trying to get one win, trying to figure out a way to go on the road and beat a good football team. And again, it's going to be important to win the turnover margin.
It's kind of amazing when one stat can mean so much to a winning and losing program, right? When one stat does so much, but yeah. Yeah,
but that's been a thing for us. Like I said, when we've played well, we've taken care of the ball and created some turnovers defensively and we got to find a way to do that.
Right. Offense is 5th nationally in passing. I mean, I saw that Jack Besh and J.P. Richardson are on some watch lists now. They won some awards from October. Johnny Hodges leading the team in tackling. He's on a couple of lists now. So some of the players are starting to find their way onto these national award lists.
Yeah, it's good to see that. I think that there's some things that we're doing really well. We're one of the best teams in the country on third down. We're one of the best teams in the country in red zone offense. We're moving the football pretty consistently. We've played really, really good defensively at times. We've played some halves where we played about as good as we were capable of playing, and then we've had some halves where we didn't play particularly well. And so, that's the goal, is to get our guys playing consistently for 4 quarters. And we haven't done it at any point during this season, and, it's time that we do. And that's been our charge to our players this week is, let's play 4 quarters together. Let's understand momentum. We haven't done a very good job when we had momentum in games of being able to keep it. We haven't done a good job of when another team had momentum, creating a play and doing something to take the momentum away. And you have to do those kind of things to win football games.
You mentioned earlier in the season for us, the leadership on this team was different from years past, maybe in a better way. Have these guys spoken up? Yeah.
The good thing about this team is we're practicing like we're 6-0. I mean, they really are. They enjoy practice. They can like competing against each other. They've come out and they've practiced at a really high level and done really everything we've asked them to do. And so what we got to do is find a way to carry that over to the game. And, that's been the thing that's, I think, has surprised all of us a little bit, is our inability to do that. And because we've done it so well. I mean, we went basically 3 weeks during fall camp and didn't throw an interception, and so we know how to do it. We know how to do things and how to do it. We just got to go do it on Saturdays.
Very good. Thank you, Coach. We'll be right back with your Student Question of the Week with State of the Frogs with your head coach, Sonny Dykes.
What do you see when you look up at the clouds? At Richard's Rainwater, we see the greatest source of pure, delicious water looking right back down at us. We've invented a simple, powerful technology to collect and bottle rainwater. Our process begins with the rain. When clouds become saturated, droplets fall from the sky. Rainfall is a naturally cleansing event. During the first few minutes, the raindrops clean the atmosphere and wash away any dirt or debris from surface areas. At this cleanest point in the rain cycle, we collect the pure raindrops into large storage vessels. Then, we use a simple, yet effective combination of ozone and microfiltration to ensure our rainwater surpasses the highest drinking water standards. We pour the pure, refreshing rainwater into glass bottles and aluminum cans, packaging as infinitely renewable as the water itself. Richard's Rainwater is building a network of collection systems across the country to ensure our rainwater is local everywhere. The purest, best-tasting water comes from the sky. Richard's Rainwater, sip the sky.
Brian Cox, Hoover toward the end zone. Savion Williams with the touchdown. Cannot expect the rest.
Welcome back to State of the Frogs with your head coach, Sonny Dykes. This week's student question comes from Dylan, and Mallory James Mahoney will bring it to us. Thank you.
Thanks, JW, and hey there, Coach Dykes. So nice to see you after our bye week. I am here with our student question of the week. This is Dylan. He is a geography major and a freshman.
So, Coach Dykes, quick question here. What does your schedule look like for all your players? I mean, I know y'all just got off the bye week and fall break, so, did it change at all?
Yeah, thanks for the question, Dylan. Our players, they have a busy schedule. I mean, they get to work here in football most mornings, probably between 5 and 6 a.m. Get here for treatment, get here to get taped. We eat breakfast. We have meetings. Most mornings we have a special teams team meeting at 6:45 a.m. And then we go out and into individual meetings from there. We have practice. So we're usually done about 11 o'clock with practice. They grab some food real quickly and go to class. And so it's a busy schedule for those guys. A lot of them come back on their own in the evening to watch additional film. Never really stops. We're going to have a late travel coming back from Utah this week. We'll probably get back about 7 a.m. Sunday morning, and we'll have to practice on Sunday. And so, it's not an easy schedule. It takes a lot of time, but these guys work really, really hard, and it's really important to them, and they invest a lot of their precious time into becoming the best football player and team that they can be.
And a follow-up to that, Coach, on a bye week versus a regular week of the season, how could you compare the two? More work, less work?
Yeah, we gave them a couple days off. So we practiced on Sunday, and we gave them Monday, Tuesday off, and then practiced Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then got back after it again on Sunday. So didn't get a whole lot of time off, but got an opportunity to get away for at least 48 hours and recharge the battery a little bit. I think, the guys get mentally fatigued as much as they do physically, and so it's always good to be able to get away for at least 48 hours and kind of live the life of a normal person for at least a couple of days.
Love it. All right, we'll be right back with State of the Frogs. Your head coach, Sonny Dykes, talk about Utah.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
Welcome to the Squire Shop. We are locally owned and operated since 1994. We specialize in the finest men's clothing that the market has to offer at affordable prices with unbelievable service. We do custom clothing all the way to more casual, Peter Millar, Johnny O, kind of everything. Well, my dad's the owner, so I've been around retail my whole life. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's the best boss I'll ever have. I know that. We love our TCU community. They have been so good to us. Come see us today. Go Frogs!
Welcome back to State of the Frogs. Your head coach, Sonny Dykes. Coach, we're headed to Rice-Eccles Stadium this Saturday to face the Utah Utes. What can you tell us about Utah?
You know, good football team. They've lost 2 in a row. You know, they're going to be really motivated. That's something that hasn't really happened to their program a whole lot. They were the preseason pick to win the Big 12. Pretty substantial preseason pick to win the Big 12. Very talented football team. That tells you what kind of talent they've got on the team. A big physical team that's accustomed to winning. And so it'll be a big challenge for us. I mean, crowd will be excited. It's going to be a late night game. It'll be loud. You know, their students do a tremendous job at the games of creating a great home field atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a big challenge for our guys. Our guys are excited about the opportunity to go play against a really good team on the road. And you know, we're optimistic that we're going to go play well.
I saw Kyle Whittingham, head coach, is on his 20th season at Utah. Any history with Kyle?
Yeah, we played against each other a couple times when I was at Cal, and both games came down to the very end of the game. 2 years in a row, they beat us in Salt Lake, and then we beat them in Berkeley the next year in literally the last play of the game, both games. And so, you know, we got a goal line stand to win the game, and we're throwing in the end zone the last play of the game up there and didn't score. So. You know, his teams are consistent. They play hard. They're big. They're physical. They're tough. You know, they're very, very competitive. And you know, he's done a tremendous job at Utah. He's just kind of been a mainstay there for a long time. You know, probably underappreciated as a head coach, but I think one of the best in college football.
Right. You got a couple playmakers. The quarterback especially, he's been injured a little bit, but Cam Rising's been a kind of a difference maker for the Utes.
Yeah. Cam's in his 7th year at quarterback. Don't anticipate him playing this week. Kind of the word is that he's not going to play, but his backup is a young, talented guy that can really throw it around and give him a little bit different dimension maybe than Cam's got. And so, you know, he's got some experience. Wilson's played some games and started some games, and it's not like he's a first-time starter. So he's performed well, and he'll get all the reps this week. And so I would anticipate him playing solid.
Got his PhD in quarterback, huh? 7 years.
Yeah,
wow.
Pretty crazy to do it that long.
One of the other players that you coach, JT Broughton, one of your corners, spent 5 seasons with Utah. Was it all Pac-12 corner for them? Has that been helpful to you?
Yeah. JT's, he's obviously knows kind of what the program's about. And really, the great thing about Utah is, you know, they make no bones really about what they're going to do. You know, you kind of know going in, you're going to face an offense that's going to run the ball, going to take shots down the field. Then defense, they're going to play man coverage. They're going to blitz you a lot of different ways. They're going to pressure you on 3rd down. You know, pretty consistent what they've done. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're very good at it.
Very nice. Like you mentioned earlier in today's show, it's a late game. It's 9:30 Central Time start, so you guys are getting back, like you said, 7 in the morning. How does that affect everyone?
You know, can't let it affect you too much. I mean, it is what it is. It's a late start, and you just got to figure out how to go prepare well and play well.
There you go. Well, there you have it, folks. Your head coach, Sonny Dykes, for State of the Frogs. Coach, good luck this Saturday. We're excited to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about the game and ready to go compete.
Until next time, thank you.
Roxo Media House.